everyone, and welcome back to my channel and today's new video. Today we're going to be looking at one of my favorite genealogy websites and how it works and my personal review of the site. This site is Familysearch.org. So what is Familysearch? Familysearch is a non-profit organization and website run by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints with the purpose of genealogical education and record keeping. It is very closely connected to the Family History Department of the Church, which was created by the Genealogical Society of Utah, which is the largest genealogical society in the world. This site is free to all users and an ever-growing online tree aimed at connecting all of mankind. It does this by allowing all users to contribute their information to the tree so that they can find each other. As of this recording, there are more than 1.3 billion individuals in the tree and more than 5.7 billion digitized records. So first, I'm going to give you a rundown of how to make an account. So basically, all you do is click Create Account from the home page. You will fill out your information here. We're going to go with Franz. You can opt. It's just a silly name, nothing really important to it, but I'm just using it to show how to make an account. You pick your month, your day, and your year of birth, whichever you identify as, and then you click if you are a member of the Church of Latter-day Saints. This gets you extra access to the site. I'm not a member, so I don't know what's actually in there. Other than that, you make your account, and then you can go to, so I'm going to sign in here. It pulls up this page here. This page, it prompts you to start adding people to the tree, starting with, your family. And it's, it's got these ads here to show you how things work and how you can get started. So we're going to go to Family Tree here. This page, the overview, gives you information about the tree, lets you view the tree if you have, added anything to the tree, which I have not yet on this, so we'll do that later. So this gives you information on, this tree, how you can start with your tree, build your tree, collaborate with others, connect with other family members. It's got some ads down here that provide some interesting information. Might help you solve a problem or anything that you might find in your research. So let's move on to tree. So this is what the tree looks like when you first start. This is before we've added anyone here. So my name's not Franz Gutentag, it's just a placeholder. So we're going to put in, for my father's name, Wilhelm Gutentag. Now we'll say he is living, and we'll put his birth date as 10th of August 1962. And boom, just basic information. If there was a record already made for this person, it would appear, it would show here, and you could click on this person and link him to that person directly. But since this person doesn't actually exist, it wants you to create a person. Alright, and you just do the same thing for mother, and as you move on, grandmother, grandfather, And then it will show you, so on this tag with the name and the dates and stuff, they'll give you this number here. This is the ID number for this person's record in the tree. That'll be helpful if you need to search by record number later on. Also, in this corner there will be 3 little icons if there's information either missing that doesn't add up correctly, or that they might have found records that might pertain to this person. It'd be color-coded blue for if it's a record they think might belong to the person, red if this record is missing vital information, or purple if something doesn't quite add up. And you can do different kinds of layouts here, like the portrait layout or the fan chart, which is really useful. Really useful in the long, like when you have a larger tree. It makes it so clear where everyone fits. And then you can organize, the colors and how big you want the tree to be. Organize it however you want. It's incredibly useful. I haven't messed around with this one too much on my own tree, but descendancy, it shows you your relation to other people in the tree. We go to person. This pulls up your page first. This will go to like your profile page, and you can edit the information about yourself, which I highly recommend doing, because eventually someone else is going to take over this account, and they're going to look for your records. And of all your records, all of the important moments for genealogists in your life, you can put them all here, and it'll save people down the road a lot of time looking for your information. This is a timeline, like it'll give the time frame from your birth until your death, and all the things in between: marriages, births of children, deaths of family members, whoever's attached to you in the tree, and whatever has a date on it. Sources page. This is going to link all the sources to all the records that you saved to your tree. You can add a source that you don't find on here, but you have like a physical copy of, or you have found somewhere else on another site. You can add that source to the page by adding all the information that's relevant to the resource. And it will actually, it'll even cite the record sometimes for you. Notes, you can leave notes, and if there's discussions about you or your relative, then they would be in the discussions. Memories is for things like photos, stories about your ancestor, documents involving your ancestor, and if there's audio about your ancestor, that would be something really cool. I have not had this feature because there's no recorded audio for any of my deceased ancestors. Recents are going to look at people who you have recently looked at. Find, you will be able to find someone inside the family tree by looking at their, pulling up names. So let's go with that, Elizabeth Holtkamp. And see all the records that pull down for that name. And then if you have more information, you can add more information to narrow the search, like she's a female, she died in 1919, so Elizabeth Holtkamp, birth August 1849, death 1919. This looks like it might be the one. John Meckler, yep, that's the one. And so it'll pull up that person, and then we can see all the details and stuff about her, her birth date, her death date, her burial date, The burial date wasn't known at the point in this when this record was created, so it's not added on here. The timeline. So this is a better look at how the timeline looks. It shows everything that is attached to this person. Oh look, June 27th, 1919. Sources page. Looks like there's a lot of sources here. Some of these are unfinished attachments. What does that mean? It means that there are parts of the record that have not been attached to a person yet. So Charlotte Lukens is not on this tree because she is August's wife, and this source is from a record, a marriage record for August. Charlotte is not one of her children, so that is the missing bit there. Moving on to genealogies. This will let you look for published genealogies for different family names, or if there's a certain person you know there's a genealogy for, you can look for that person. So if I just put in Meckler here and hit search, it's going to pull up all the genealogies that have been published for people with the Meckler name or names similar to it. And again, you can narrow down however much information you have already, you can narrow that down and make a more narrow search. Catalog. The Familysearch catalog, you can search for genealogical materials such as books, online materials, microfilm, microfiche, and publications. These are made available by Familysearch online and in libraries across the world. So any kind of books, let's see, let's type in a place name. So place, Cincinnati, and let's see what they got. So look, this is all the books and records they have for just the city of Cincinnati in Ohio. It's incredible, actually. You can search by surnames, book titles, authors, subjects, or keywords. Also, you can, if you know these things, you can search by the film number. But that's for when you're a little further into the genealogy gig. Books. This will also help you find books pertaining to information for your research. So let's type in Cincinnati again and see what they got. So Cincinnati Pioneer, Cincinnati 1826, a bunch of different books that libraries keep about places, peoples, and things. You can search through if you have an idea what they might be. Now this is quite possibly the best resource besides the search engine itself. This is the Familysearch Research Wiki. You can click on a place, so North America. You can choose a country, United States. You can choose a place, and it's going to give you research information about that place. It's going to give you links, how to get started, what you need to look with, a map. Look at the counties. You can see links to information about those counties, migration routes even. Actually, I'm gonna check that out later. More resources. It's full of resources that will help you get the ball rolling on your genealogical research. It is a different site though, so we're gonna go back. Now we get to look at the actual search engine. It is a pretty straightforward engine. You type in a first name, a last name, if you have it, birthplace, if you know it. You can type in a range for birth year. So even if you don't have the exact year, so we can look at Joseph Meckler, 1816, 1817. And and we can look at what it pulls up. These people are likely going to be born in 1816 or 1817. And it's not always quite accurate. This is this covers things that sound alike, would be spelled similarly, not necessarily exact unless you click this box, which would make it exact. Alright, and then once you come down, you can update it. And it's strictly things spelled Mechler, M-E-C-H-L-E-R. It's a great and really easy to use tool. You can narrow it down with other information that you may have. You can use image search to look at images for different places. So we're going to type in Cincinnati, Hamilton, Ohio, and search image groups. So we can see, military prison records, baptism records. It's going to pull up a whole bunch of different types of image groups that we can look at. And it's going to pull up the images of those records that we can then browse through. Just tap right over and look at and see if we can find information that'll be relevant to our research. We can search the world tree by doing the same thing as the find a person option before. Just like we did before. Bam. Easy peasy. Search genealogies, just like the genealogy tab down here. Catalog, book, research wiki, exactly the same. The memories tab, it's gonna show you how we can organize them, how you get them to be seen, bookmarking them, putting them all in one place. See gallery. So if you had anything, any contributions that you would have put in, they would all be here. Memories of people. This is blank because there's no people on the tree. But if you had images for people in your tree, they would appear. If you want to find memories, you can search for names, time periods, events. Let's see what comes up when we search Mechler. Alright, so we got lots of pictures. But unfortunately, all of these people are not from my branch of the family. So indexing is what makes these search engines work. It's what's making the terms, the keywords that get looked for when we make a search. And this is done by everyday people. It's not done through the church itself or by contractors. We can all commit some time to helping index records. One stress I want to make is to really get good at reading old handwriting if you want to do this, because any kind of mistake would make it hard for a person to find the record for their relative. Yeah, it's pretty meticulous. But if you'd like, you can learn more. You can get started. You can find projects to work on. And you pick a country that you want to write for, and you can see how much has been indexed. You can search by project name or project language. It's pretty cool. This will give you information on how to get started. If you decide to go that route, you can do that. Next is activities. These are kind of family fun activities you can do. Things like where are you from? You just type in what you know about your family history. So my family's German. We're gonna go to Germany. We're gonna click on Germany. And it's gonna take you to, types of foods, recipes for foods, how families and stuff were, social life, fun facts, traditions, some really cool stuff there. This one's called All About Me. I haven't actually messed with these a whole lot, so this is kind of my first time going through these. It's like some trivia, it looks like. Compare face. I love this one because you can take old photos of your relatives and then compare them to yourself to see which of your older relatives you look more like. Record my story. If it'll load there. You can record, all the important things that have happened in your life, so that in the future when people come looking for your records, that they will be able to find a collection that you yourself put, your heart and soul into. Let's see, picture my heritage. This one's kind of fun. You can add your face to different heritages. I'm not actually Russian, my wife is, so that's why Russian shows up on here. But yeah, it's pretty, it's just something fun to do with the kids. In-home activities, more stuff you can do with your family. These are really cool things, and I might cover them in more videos in the future. Once I can leave the house and not have to worry about quarantining. So that is basically the summed up version of the website. I highly recommend every genealogist look at this site because you're gonna find so many records, and the best part of it is it's all free. All of this is free. It's definitely worth it. It doesn't have every record in the world. No one does. So don't be discouraged if you can't find a particular record on here. There are other sites that might have it, and it just might not have been found yet if it's not on any of these sites. So don't worry too much. This is going to be a great help to you and your family history research. Now I hope that you guys will all have a good day, a good week. Stay safe. Hopefully see you next time. Goodbye and good luck.